Okay, welcome to the stream, everybody, and welcome back. Sadly, a day later than I would have liked to have been back. Of course, that is the big topic of discussion. Everyone wants to know what happened with me, how I'm feeling, etc. So, yes, I will tell the story here on today's pre-stream. Today is Thursday, April 30th, 2020, the last day of April. Welcome to the stream. If everything goes according to plan and my health holds out, I'm going to be streaming here all day. I don't know what's going to happen. We'll see what happens today over the course of the stream, not only with my ear, but my throat and everything else. As you guys know, I've already been suffering from allergies for the past couple of weeks. Some days I'm waking up with my sinuses completely inflamed and my throat all screwed up. And some days I'm much better. It all depends really on, what's in the air that day, I guess. And it's funny because during my day off on Tuesday, all right, I went out for, grocery shopping and running errands and the like. And then at one point I went out to get the mail, and just walking to the mailbox, okay, and coming back to my house, I was sneezing and my eyes were watering and burning. I was like, geez, this pollen's pretty bad right now. So, here's the deal, everyone. I've had an ear infection since last week. I just didn't really tell anybody because, you know me, I try to push through whatever the hell's going on with me, and I try to be here consistently for you guys as much as I can, especially with this whole pandemic recently. I've just been trying to kind of ignore anything that would be throwing me off and just keep pushing forward, all right? Back on Friday of last week, I started to have pressure and pain in my right ear. And I just kind of ignored it. I was like, whatever, it happens. On Saturday, I started to have swelling and aching in my right ear. And I was like, well, this sucks. It's probably going to be some kind of at least a minor infection. And I also noticed that, how your ear canal was swollen. Like normally you could just, stick your pinky finger in there and you could feel it. It's fine. It was all swollen up and painful. And I was like, well, this really sucks, that this is happening, but I'm just going to ignore it. I'm just going to keep pushing forward, okay? On Sunday, my ear really hurt. Like, my ear was getting stabbing pain during the course of the day, and I was really trying to ignore it. I was just like, oh, my God, this sucks, this hurts, but, I'm really just going to try to write it off and say, whatever. I'm just going to keep playing games. And the thing was, when I was on stream playing games, it would actually distract me from the pain. Okay? And that was a good thing. And I was like, maybe I'll get through it this way. Okay? On Monday, it actually felt better. And I was actually like, oh man, I think I'm actually getting better now. So maybe the worst is out of here. It didn't hurt as much as it did on Sunday. And the swelling in my ear canal had gone down a little bit. So I was like, okay, maybe it wasn't as bad as I had originally thought it would be. Maybe it'll just be, a minor thing, and we can write it off. The thing is, in my life, I've had ear infections before, but not a major one. Like, I've had minor ear infection where my ear will hurt for a few days or whatever, and then you just leave it alone, and then it gets better, right? And that's what I was hoping this was going to happen with this one, okay? And then, of course, Tuesday was my day off. So I was like, perfect, having a whole day off here. Maybe things will be even better. It'll have a chance to not have the headphones on for a day, and maybe this will be fine. So then on Tuesday, I wake up, and this is my day to run errands and the like, and I wake up and my ear hurts so bad on Tuesday when I wake up that I feel sick. Like, my body physically felt ill. Like, I was going to, vomit. Because the pain was really bad in my ear. Okay? Now, what am I going to do? We're in the middle of a pandemic, right? I can't just run to a doctor or whatever. So I said, whatever, let me get the stuff done that I need to do today. So I did. I went and went grocery shopping. I told my wife about it. I said, listen, I hide pain really well. And you probably don't even know this because I haven't mentioned it. But my ear's been, bothering me all weekend, and now today it's really bad. So I'm not sure what to do. And she's like, well, see what happens today. If it doesn't feel good, you got to do something. All right. So during the day on Tuesday with this pain in my ear, okay, I call my parents. I call my parents once a week. And I tell my dad, and he's like, yeah, ear infections suck. And he's like, if you've been having this since Friday, you got to contact the doctor. Like, it doesn't matter, you know. It doesn't matter if you think you're going to tough it through or not. He's like, ear infections are nothing to mess around with. This could be something that lasts a long time if you don't deal with it. So I strongly recommend you contact the doctor. And I'm like, well, the problem with that is my health insurance has been kind of messed up. All right. I'll give you guys a little bit of backstory here. I have independent health insurance. I don't have it through an employer because I'm self-employed. And what I do is once a year, the state will contact me and say, okay, well, you qualify for this new independent health insurance with this amount of coverage. Do you accept or decline? If you decline, you can either get no health insurance or you can look at other plans in the marketplace. Okay, now, the last few years, my health insurance actually has improved. I've noticed it's covering more and more, and the prices have stayed about the same. They're still expensive. My health insurance is quite expensive, hundreds of dollars a month. Okay, but the coverage seems to have been improving, and I haven't really had to use it. Okay, but for some reason, they changed the website in December, and I've been trying to log in to make my payments, and it won't let me log in. It just gives me error, but it's like, oh, it's okay, you can call this automated number to pay. So I've just been calling the automated number to pay all year so far. So I haven't been able to log in, I haven't been able to look at my benefits, nothing, okay? So my dad's like, what are you doing? He's like, you're on your day off. Go upstairs right now. Go in your office and figure this shit out. He basically told me, he's like, you got to do it. He's like, you can't just ignore your ear. This is going to be a really bad thing if you do. I was like, all right, Dad, you're probably right. I'll stop being a stubborn idiot. Let me head over there and, and figure this out. So I do. I go in my office and I fuck around with it for a while. It takes a while because first the website still doesn't work. Come to find out what they did, they changed the website. The original website I used to use to log in doesn't work anymore. They made a separate website for people who are in the state of Washington. So I had to log into a different website. And finally then I got it to work. And I logged in. Now, here's the good thing. And this is really good. They have improved everything since the last time that I used my health insurance. And I'll be honest, it was 5 years ago. If you guys remember, it was about 5 years ago, the summer of 2015, when I had my first very, very bad gout. What would you call it? Not an outbreak, but what do you call it when something it gets real bad and then it goes away again? I can't remember the word. There's a word for that. Okay? But the first time that I had gout really, really bad, flare-up. Thank you, Hobo Chili Dog. That's exactly what you call it, a flare-up. I had to use my health insurance because I was like, damn, this hurts so bad, I have to do something about it. Back then, it was like, well, nothing online at all. So you have to go physically to a doctor's office. The doctor has to look at you, run a zillion fucking tests in order to approve you for any kind of medicine. And that's what I had to do. So on this fucked up foot, okay, I had to drive myself to a doctor's office. The doctor had to do all these tests on me, including blood tests, x-rays on my foot. Does a million things, okay? Finally, when all this is done, you have gout. Here, have an anti-inflammatory. Here's your prescription, okay? First of all, the prescription wasn't covered by my health insurance. So I ended up paying over $300 for this medication out of pocket for only a month's supply. I was supposed to get more than a month, but I couldn't afford it. So I ended up just taking it for like the minimum time. I ended up getting billed for the x-ray. I ended up getting billed for the blood work. I got billed for the office visit. When all was said and done 5 years ago for this doctor's visit, I paid, from my recollection, over like $1,000. I can't exactly tell you how much it was, but just think about that. $1,000 for a single doctor's visit. Okay? Pretty screwed up. So I've been very apprehensive to go to the doctor for anything in the last 5 years. And I've had things like respiratory issues. You guys have heard my throat, sinuses, nasal drip, and people are like, why don't you go to the doctor when you don't feel good? Because I don't have the money. American insurance sucks ass. It doesn't cover anything, and it's so much hassle. You finally see a fucking doctor, and half the time your shit doesn't get cured anyway, and you pay out the ass for the coverage, okay, for the treatment. Okay, so this really sucks. Okay, it does. It just really sucks. And so I'm like, all right, I'm going to try to do this. I'm going to see what happens with my ear infection. I have to do something. I can't just ignore it anymore. So I go online, and now because we're in a pandemic where no one's supposed to go to the doctor, lo and behold, everything is easy. You could talk to a doctor online 24/7. You could talk to a pharmacy online. You could schedule a phone call, or you could do an online voice chat, or a text chat. All this is now available because of the pandemic. None of this existed before the pandemic, but it's all magically available now. Okay? And I'm like, talk about night and day from 5 years ago. 5 years ago, I had to drag my fucked up foot to the doctor's office to even get anyone to consider looking at it. Now, they'll talk to me immediately in a chat. Okay? So I did. I talked to a doctor, told them all my symptoms and everything, and they said, yeah, you've got an outer ear infection. You have every symptom of an outer ear infection. Makes sense. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to prescribe a medicated ear drop. And what you're going to do is 4 times a day, you're going to drop 3 drops of this into your ear. You have to lay down for about 10-15 minutes, let it soak into your ear canal and into the eardrum. And then do your best to clog up your ear for another half an hour or so, just so you keep the medicine in there. And he says it's going to be about a week's supply. You got to do this the whole time. Do not stop doing it if you feel better, because then it might not completely clear up and come back, which is the last thing you want. Okay? And I was like, well, that's pretty good. That's pretty damn good. That sounds good to me. And I said, well, how am I going to get this drug? They said, well, we can mail it to you, but that's going to take 1 to 3 business days. I'm like, dude, I'm in excruciating, pain. There's no way that I'm going to be able to wait 3 more days to get medication for this. And they said, well, you're lucky because where you live in the state of Washington, we actually provide a service by which someone will hand deliver medication for you as soon as possible. But it costs more money, but we'll do it for you. And I was like, okay, well, how does it work? And they were like, it's $10 extra. Just give us your address, and then we'll let you know when someone could come out. All right? So I was like, this sounds good to me. Now, this was around 7 p.m. on Tuesday. Okay? 7 p.m. And I'm like, well, can you come out today? And they're like, we'll call this a number to arrange for it. I call it. It's an after-hours number. They're closed. So apparently, obviously they're not going to do it that same day, right? So what happened is, I said, well, what am I going to do? I got to tough through it again for the rest of Tuesday. On Wednesday, hopefully I can get someone out here with medication, right? But we'll see how I feel or whatever. And that's what I even said on Tuesday. I said, let's see what happens but hopefully I'll be back on Wednesday. Still didn't tell anyone that I had this ear infection or whatever, okay? So, here we go. So, Wednesday morning, I wake up, and I have, no lie, the worst pain I've ever had in my life. This is a tie for the amount of pain that I had with my gout, only there's a major difference. Okay? So, just so you guys understand what gout is. Gout is when you have a ton of acid build up in your system, and in your joints, like say in your big toe joint or even your ankle joint, crystals of uric acid will build up and actually pierce your joints and your nerves, and it feels like constant stabbing pain. Okay? It's really fucking bad. But the thing with gout is that you can put yourself in a position to treat it so it doesn't hurt. So, for example, you could put your foot up. You could put a heating pad or a cooling pad on it. You could take, anti-inflammatory medication like Advil or Tylenol, ibuprofen, whatever, and it'll alleviate that pain. It's not a constant pain, okay? When I woke up on Wednesday, yesterday, I had what felt like someone had an ice pick, and they had stabbed it into my right ear, and it was not going away. And this was constant. This was not, intermittent. This was constant pain. This was insane pain. And I never in my wildest dreams imagined that an ear infection could be that painful. You hear about kids get ear infections, a baby cries when it has an ear infection. Like, big deal. No, this is like serious shit. This is like insane pain. And I couldn't believe it. I was like, I have gout, and it's not this bad. Like, it feels that bad when you tweak it. Like, if my foot's swollen and I go all the wrong way, fuck, that hurts insanely. But imagine that constant in your ear. That's what it was. Okay? So, it was really, really fucking bad. Again, to the point where I got out of bed and I was like, you gotta be kidding me. Like, I feel like I want to die. Like, this is so bad. How am I going to survive today? Constant pain all day. So I immediately called the number for the medicine delivery. And luckily they were open in the morning, of course. And they said, okay, we're going to get it to you as soon as possible. So they ended up getting it to me by noon. It took a few hours, but they ended up getting me this medicine by noon. All right. So as soon as I get the medicine, I put it in and I'm holding it in there or whatever. And, no immediate relief at all. But I would say about 2 hours later, all right, I'm sitting on the couch in unbearable pain with my wife. And finally, it feels like someone took the knife out of my ear. I was like, oh my God, the pain's gone. I feel like myself again. Now, I still have intense pressure in my ear. And yes, there's still soreness. But the stabbing pain is gone. Okay? Now, some people, it's hilarious, are going to make shit up and say, oh, that's ridiculous. How could it work that quickly? Well, it's because this eardrop they gave me not only has an antibiotic in it, which is what you need to clear the infection, but it also has, I believe it's cortisone or cortisol, basically an anti-inflammatory steroid in it. So it took a couple hours, but after soaking it into my ear, it made everything, the pressure go down, and so the stabbing pain went away. See? Now, of course, the problem with that is it doesn't last forever. And I need to do this 4 times a day in order to keep it effective. But I was like so fucking relieved when the swelling finally went down. I was like, oh my God, thank God. And what is the medicine called? I don't fucking know. It's like Nizapazapam, Kazabazapam, Cortisolabam. It's like 3 names combined together in an eardrop. Why you think you have to look this up on the internet, I have no fucking idea. Because you think I'm making it up. I'm not. And if you think so, fuck you. Seriously, I'm in so much fucking pain this last weekend and trying to hide it and put out good streams for you guys. And you have the biggest shitheads on the planet saying that I'm making it up and stuff. Go fuck yourselves. I don't care about you. I really just hope that you fucking find something better to do with your lives because I just don't give a fuck anymore about stupid people. Like, you can go seriously jump off a fucking cliff if you think that I would make this up with the amount of pain that I was fucking in. Fuck off. So, in addition to that, guys, I also determined that another thing you can do is actually take Advil or ibuprofen because later in the day, I was still taking the medicine. I'm basically doing it like every 4 hours or so because, this time period I'm going to be asleep. I can't put the medicine in, right? So, every 4 hours I'm doing this dosage. And then later in the day, I'd say around 7 p.m., boom, I got hit again with a wave of pain. Like the knife had come back. Actually, I don't think it was 7. It was more like 9 or something like that. Now, I don't know why, but the wave of pain came back. I was like, you gotta be kidding me. I got out of it. I can't be back in it after this. Like, this is crazy. So I was still putting the medicine in. I wasn't going to do more. I can't run out. So I said, what the hell? I popped a single Advil, and within 1 hour, the stabbing pain went away again. So I was like, oh my God. So here's what I need to do. Put the medicine in 4 times a day. If the pain increases, pop an Advil or pop an ibuprofen. I have both. And hopefully that'll alleviate the swelling enough that it won't, hurt so fucking bad. Okay? So, that's the story, Now, my ear is fucking swollen. Like, just touching my ears, my right ear is sticking out from my head way more than my left. And I can feel it is still inflamed and swollen. It still hurts, to the touch in certain parts. I don't know if I'm going to be able to wear the headphones today or not. I could try, but it may be too uncomfortable, in which case I guess this will have to be a day where I wear them around my neck and I just fucking pump the volume all the way up. It sucks. I don't like playing games like that because I'm not going to be able to hear the awesome music and everything of Final Fantasy VII, but what can I do, right? I have to be realistic here. I can't hurt my fucking ear to play games. And some people have said, why don't you just play through your speakers? Because I can't. If you do that, it creates a giant echo on the stream. When I lived in Connecticut, that's what I used to do before I live streamed into direct capture. I would have the music play through my surround sound in my living room, and I loved it. I gamed like that from 2008 all the way through 2013, and I had a blast doing it that way. But then people wanted direct capture. And as soon as I went direct capture, you can't do that. It creates an echo effect that sounds absolutely terrible for direct capture purposes, so I have to wear headphones. Okay? So, it is what it is, all right? Now, I'm going to do my best to tough through this. If I have to take a break because my ear is killing me, I have to take a fucking break. If I have to go pop, a medication, ibuprofen or whatever, I have to. I've already arranged so that my medication for the eardrops, all right, will be between sessions of gaming. So, for example, when I go on my break today, I'm going to put the eardrops in, sit there for about 15 minutes holding it in. Between the streams, I'm going to do it. And then late at night, I'm going to do it. So that's how I'm going to do it. I'm going to time it. So before the stream, break time, and then between the streams, and then after the late stream. That's what I'm going to do, the 4 medication applications. Until the eardrops run out, I don't know how long they're going to last. They say they're supposed to last 7 days. I really doubt that little thing's lasting 7 days. I don't know if I'm going to need another one or whatever. Hopefully, they would give me another one just, again, via the online chat. One other thing I should say. So unlike the last time when I went to the doctor to get this anti-inflammatory medication and it wasn't covered and I had to pay $300. For some reason, this time my medication was covered and it was only $25. So, go figure, in 5 years, apparently my health insurance got better, even though it's the same. Like, I've never really changed around the plans or whatever, but apparently it improved over the years, and now I can actually have medications that are covered. 25 instead of 300 is a good improvement. So that was very good. So we'll see what happens moving forward. Hopefully I'm okay today. Hopefully I can put out streams for you guys. Hopefully this thing doesn't flare up and be even worse. But again, right now, my ear is swollen, my ear is sore, and I can only kind of half hear out of it, but it doesn't have stabbing pain. That's a massive improvement. If I had stabbing pain, there's no way I could be doing the stream right now. I'm serious, I can't even concentrate. The pain's so intense. I'm sitting there, shaking because I can't concentrate. I can't, let's watch something on TV. Cat's playing Animal Crossing. I'll watch her play. I can't even concentrate on that. I can't focus because the pain is so bad. This stabbing pain. So, here's hoping that, this is now taken care of. All right, and sucks that maybe I can't wear headphones. It sucks that maybe I'll have to take more breaks or I'll have to go take pop more medication or something. That's life. I got to deal with it. All right. What I'm worried about, I'll be very honest with all of you. I'm worried that this is going to become an ongoing problem because I've heard that people who get ear infections tend to get them as a recurring thing. This is the first major one I've ever had in my life, and I'm getting older, which means I'm more susceptible to stuff. And as you guys know, my respiratory system isn't great. Every year, with these allergies that kill me, and I end up getting my throat screwed up and everything. So I'm nervous now. What if this ends up becoming something I get once every couple months or something? That would really fucking suck. I don't want that to be. I hope that this is a one-time thing, but what can I do? I don't know what else I could do. I'm doing my best here. So, I guess we'll see what happens. All right. And I apologize that this affected the stream yesterday. Like I said, I did my absolute best over the weekend to ignore this pain and to try to make it not affect stuff. I know you guys have been enjoying the consistent streams I've been putting out. And the fact that I couldn't be here yesterday really irked me, but I was just in no way to do anything. I was laid up. I couldn't even sleep. That was the other thing, too. The pain was so bad. I'll just sleep it off. I couldn't even sleep. The pain was so bad, So, thank God it's not like that anymore. And I actually got a good night's sleep last night. Okay? So I guess we'll see. All right? Now, obviously a bunch of stuff. First of all, this completely throws our schedule into disarray because I was supposed to be doing Final Fantasy yesterday. I was supposed to be doing a session of Call of Duty Warzone yesterday. That was supposed to be our final session. And during that session, we were going to brainstorm stuff for me to do in place of it. And then I was going to next week start something different for Wednesday nights. And then I was supposed to do Ask the King, today. And obviously this just completely throws everything out of whack. All right. So here's what we're doing. All right. Here's the new schedule. Today we're going to do Final Fantasy VII, which was supposed to happen yesterday. Tonight we're still going to do a chill session of Animal Crossing. All right. Now keep in mind, this is all tentative based on my health. If the ear fucks up worse again, there's nothing I can do. That means I can't stream again. Okay, guys? Tomorrow, We continue on with Neo 2, and tomorrow night will be Throwback Street Fighter. All right. Excuse me. Saturday, the continuation of Banjo-Tooie, and Saturday night we're going to do more Animal Crossing, because that'll be the day when KK Slider comes to the island, so we'll be able to listen to his music and do stuff with him. It'll be a little bit different, which will be cool. Okay. Then on Sunday, it'll be more Final Fantasy VII, paired with my weekly Morrowind chill stream. And then on Monday, it'll be more Neo 2, paired with my weekly Minecraft chill stream. All right. Sounds good? Now, here's the thing. There's many other things going on in gaming, but I'm in the midst of so much other stuff that I don't want to start anything new. First of all, Fire Emblem Three Houses is a game that you guys are owed, as it is the other viewer's choice game that you are promised. And yes, we are going to be playing it. The question of when is really up in the air, because there's a bunch of other stuff that have come out. For example, there was Streets of Rage 4 that came out yesterday, and everyone apparently, well, actually I think it came out today, and everyone's playing it, saying it's a really great sequel to the Streets of Rage franchise. Maybe you guys would like to see me do that. Modern Warfare 2 Remastered campaign came out. People wanted me to do that, and I didn't do it. Amongst a few other things, I think there's a game called Daymare 1998, which originally started as like a fan service homage to Resident Evil 2, but then they got shut down by Capcom because Capcom actually decided to remake their classic Resident Evil games. So they turned that game into its own thing, and I guess it just released, almost like a surprise, it released on consoles. And I got more than a few people who contacted me saying, we love your survival horror, would you play this? I'm like, damn, I didn't even know it was coming out, so I'm interested in that too. Okay? So that's just, a few things. That's just a few things lined up there that we could possibly do as a way to break up the stuff that I'm doing before we start Fire Emblem. But rest assured, Fire Emblem is starting up this month as well, coming up. Now, I don't know what releases are coming out in May anymore because everything changed. You remember? All these delays happened and everything. Excuse me. So I'm not 100% sure on what actually will be available to play in May at all. So I don't want to promise you guys stuff. What I can tell you is it'll be the continuation and conclusion of the games I'm playing. Final Fantasy VII, Neo 2, and Banjo-Tooie. And Fire Emblem's definitely going to happen. But outside of that, I don't know what else I'll be doing this month. I think we play it by ear is the best way to go. There's some things personally I would like to do. I would like to do the Control DLC from March that I never did. I would like to do the Mega Man Zero collection, continuing and play maybe one or two more of those games. But those are my personal preferences. We'll see what you guys want to see, this coming month. Okay? So, let's see what happens. All right? So that's the story. That is the great, amazing story. Yeah, what I'd like to say is thanks to those who are nice. As always, you get the dichotomy. You get half the people who are really nice and are like, Phil, we understand this really sucks that you're in pain and we want you to feel better. And we hope that you do. And then you got the insane, mentally challenged conspiracy theorists. And I do mean that because no one would just immediately assume that everything I'm saying is a lie for some insane reason, unless you're nuts. And you are nuts. If you think that shit, you are 100% nuts. You're an idiot. Like, I don't even know what else to say. You're completely nuts. Just the stupidity of the stuff that I saw on my Twitter feed yesterday was just out of control. The insane stupidity that anyone would think. All right, anyone would think that I would make this up. For what? Like, it doesn't even make any sense. Like, okay. Let's even for a second entertain the insanity. Phil decided that he just wanted another day off, right? So he made up this entire thing, right? That makes a lot of sense considering the fact that we're on a 54 vest streak. Every day I've been here has been incredibly positive with not only the gameplay and the interactivity, but the contributions have been coming in amazingly. Yeah, it really makes sense in the midst of all that to just take a day off and lie and say that I'm sick. Like, are you fucking stupid? Of course I wanted to be here yesterday. I'm not dumb, all right? I know, and I totally understand that I'm not going to be able to maintain this crazy amount of support forever. This is a very lucky thing that I've been telling you guys I've been incredibly grateful for an extended period of time. And it sucks that we're currently in a worldwide pandemic where I don't have the ability to go out and do fun stuff on the stream. Like, I can't get another vest, I can't get decorations, I can't really like do stuff that you guys might like to see as a way of saying thanks for keeping this positivity going because we're in lockdown, right? It blows, but that's life, you know, you deal with it. So I'm well aware, you know, that this is something that's not going to last. Of course, I would want to be here yesterday if I could, you know, but every idiot on the planet completely making shit up, insanity, and their crazy, wild conspiracy theories. And I read it and I'm like, I can't imagine being a person like that. Like, I'll be honest, when I was younger, I was a troll. I've said this many times publicly. When I was younger, in my early 20s, I was a troll. I trolled the shit out of the Street Fighter community, especially the West Coast players who I felt were really elitist douchebags, and they thought that their shit didn't stink and they were better than everyone else. And I would go after them. I would make fun of their websites. I would troll them on forums. But never did I go to the lengths and the crazy shit that these people say. It's like, with no substantiation, with anything of any facts, Phil did this, Phil did that. Did you know Phil did this today? Look, this must be true because Phil did. What? I'm laying around my house in excruciating pain. Can't even move. You know, can't think, can't move. And these idiots have nothing better to do but sit around and literally just make shit up constantly. This is their life. This is their actual life. This is what they focused on, right? And yeah, when I was younger, to some extent, did I do that with the Street Fighter community? Yes. But not anywhere near to the insano extent that these idiots do. You know, and maybe that's a symptom of the fact that now we have a much more connected online world with social media. It's so easy now to do it and get away with it. Back then, it was like, you know, most people still had in-person lives, and the online persona was kind of a minor thing, you know. So maybe now, because things have changed and advanced so differently in the last, 15 plus years. But holy fucking shit, guys. Like, it's just out of control. The stuff that people do. And I'm like, you know what? Truth of the matter is, there's nothing I can do about it. So I don't care anymore. Normally I wouldn't even notice this because I'd be streaming. If I'm streaming, I'm not paying attention to nonsense on my Twitter feed. You know what I mean? Like, I got stuff to do. I'm busy. But it just so happened I was at home in massive pain, sitting around. And I start to look into it. I'm like, these people are fucking grade A, certifiably nuts. And they do this every day. Like, this is a rare occasion because Phil's, not streaming. Let's tear him apart today. This is every day for them. This is what they think is like a use of their life. I wonder, and I really got to say this. I wonder if these people realize they're going to pass away someday. Like, do you realize you have a limited amount of time that you could spend on the planet Earth? And then one day you're actually going to die? Because maybe if they actually were slapped with reality, they would realize that they should be using their time for something much better than the way that they're wasting it. I actually feel bad for these people because one day they are not going to be here anymore. And how much time are they wasting of their youth on this insane, frivolous nonsense? I'm sitting here in pain with ear infection. They're sitting at home wasting their entire day circle jerking each other with conspiracy theories. Right? It's just insane. I can't get over it. But that's why most of the time I try not to ever look at it or focus on it. I just try to say, fuck it, I'm going to tune it out. I'm just going to put out my entertaining stream and hopefully have a good time with you guys. And, you got to get rid of that white noise because how many people are there like this around the world that are just completely wasting their lives away because they're dumb? I just don't even know what else to say. Like, you got to be you're either an idiot or you're actually like mentally have something wrong with you to do this kind of stuff. There's no other explanation. There's no actual intelligent person or mentally sound person who would act in this manner. And I just got to look at it and be like, holy shit, this is just insane. Right? But, it is what it is. As you guys know, I talk about it all the time. Nothing I can do about it. They're going to continue to do their nonsense, whatever they want to do. And I can't stop them. So, I shrug and I said, well, I move on positively. I'm back today. I'm going to do my best to stay here and not have to, you know, turn off the stream or whatever. I hope I can tough through it. Again, I guess I'll try to put on headphones and see what happens. But if it feels awful, I guess I'll put them around my neck. And, I'll do my best. I'll absolutely do my best to, put out stuff, when I can. And I'm sorry that this, I don't know what else to say. I just don't even know what else to say, man. All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, considering I just did a very long, story about what's going on with me, I'm not going to do a formal pre-stream today in the way that I normally would. I'm not going to do any of my normal spiel. I think you guys know the deal. All right. But what I will say is, any contributions today would be greatly appreciated. In particular, the vest streak, right? We're at 54 straight streams of hitting the tips goal, which is amazing. And again, I don't know if and when it's going to end. I don't know if we can maintain it today, considering that now I had a weird day off out of nowhere and it threw everything out of whack. And I don't know if we're going to, be able to continue it. And if it ends today, I guess it ends today. And you can say, well, I guess it was the ear infection that fucked it. Because, I was doing so good with it and I can't control it. All right? But hey, if you want to help out and you want to contribute, please tip me today. Tipping helps me more than anything. It's going to keep the vest streak going. Right now, obviously, I didn't work yesterday, and a day I don't work is a day I don't make money, which really sucks, because here I am sick at home also knowing, damn, this is going to stab me in the back later, too, because I didn't make money today. So, if you can contribute today, please do. Understand it's not mandatory to contribute. Everyone is welcome here, whether they contribute or not. It's just supposed to be a fun gameplay stream and nothing else. But if you can contribute, absolutely please do. Tip me if you can. Tipping is the best way to contribute right now to help me in the short term. And tipping will help us hit that ongoing, tips goal and keep the vest streak going. All right? And again, I apologize. Everything's been thrown out of whack. Not my intention, obviously. I tried all weekend to tough through this fucking thing. And I did as much as I could. And, I can only go so far. So hopefully now I'll get better. Okay? All right. Let's get the shout-outs. We got a lot of them to do. Some of them are trollish dicks, and some of them are actually serious people. So let's see what we got here. First of all, we had a few contributions that came in over the days that I was off. We had Lucifer Soul, who did a few cheers when I wasn't here on Tuesday. He said, damn, I'm late to the stream, and then I'm late again. Oh, wait, there was no stream today. I guess that means I'm thinking of you even when you're not streaming, so I'm cheering right now. Then Inexpensive subscribed to the channel. And Snakefish Gaming resubscribed to the channel, which was nice. Kurosawa Kid did a 100-bit cheer and says, I was legitimately saddened to see the stream wasn't on, but I read about your health. I understand. I hope you continue to recover. You are missed sincerely by your fans. All right. Thank you very much, Kurosawa Kid. Someone named Big Balls, nice name, took me $1.30 about 11 hours ago. They said, I started watching you back in the old days. I used to watch your some old series about you, like This Is How You Don't Play, your Resident Evil 2, your Metal Gear Solid series, Grand Theft Auto, and classics. Everything's been very funny and entertaining. Lately the detractors have just become nasty and petty, and they behave like stalkers, and they leech off of you, and I genuinely like your actual streams. See, and here's the thing, Big Balls. First of all, thank you for the contribution. I don't mind that people tell me that they used to watch This Is How You Don't Play. I don't care. I told you guys over the years, at first, I was very, very defensive, and that was the wrong way to go about it. People have openly said maybe I should have embraced This Is How You Don't Play. But, from my perspective, it was kind of people stealing my content without my permission. Like, if someone said, I want to make a funny montage of you failing and asked my permission to do it, I probably would have said yes. No one ever did. They just illegally stole my content and did it without my permission. And that's kind of what irked me back in the day. But admittedly, if I had been more open to it and I hadn't been so defensive about it, it probably wouldn't have become such a big negative movement against me. Maybe it would have been more laugh with Phil than laugh at him, right? So that being said, okay, I openly admit This Is How You Don't Play had value, especially back then when I was putting out 1 million videos a day. Rather than sifting through 1 million videos, you could watch someone who basically made a highlight reel. Now, of course, over the years, This Is How You Don't Play became way more malicious to the point where it was more about insulting, disgusting comments about myself and my family members than it even was about the gameplay in the video. When you're only saying personal insults versus criticizing the gameplay, then how can you even call it This Is How You Don't Play? And I think what ended up happening was over the years, things changed. You know, it became, all right, Phil's the guy who you laugh at, to Phil's the guy who you completely tear a new asshole to get cheap clickbait views on your content on YouTube. And that's not cool. All right. So Big Balls, I completely don't care that you used to watch this site. You don't play. In fact, I like the fact that you're telling me that you kind of, started watching my stuff through that. And the fact that you now say that you like my streams, I appreciate that. I also appreciate your tip. I wish more people were like you and were more open-minded. That instead of just saying, well, the internet says Phil is this horrible person for 5 zillion reasons, so he just must be a horrible person. I wish people would just join the streams and give them a look and say, gee, what are these streams actually about? And let's see if it's fun or not, right? And go from there. So, thank you, Big Balls, for the tip. Last Rambo cheered 10 hours ago, yes. He says, would you consider playing Daymare 1998? It's funny because I already addressed that, but here we go. He says, would you consider playing Daymare 1998? It's a survival horror game inspired by Resident Evil 2. It was supposed to be a tribute game before the studio shut down the game because Capcom made them, but now has its own story and characters. Right, and apparently this game started as a tribute game, like a remake of Resident Evil 2, but Capcom said, well, we're actually remaking Resident Evil 2. So please stop. So they did. What they did is they took all the work that they had done and they turned the game into its own game. That's completely different. So that's kind of cool. And I know you guys like survival horror. Okay. So the answer is yes. I would consider playing it if people want to see it. I heard it just launched on consoles. Okay. Now, would you guys want to see that before I start Fire Emblem? Like when I finish either Neo 2 or Final Fantasy 7, right? Should this be the next game that I maybe play for variety? Or is this not something that people in general are interested in? I don't know. Okay? So, let's see. I'm curious. I'll be taking your feedback over the course of the next week or so, as I get the feeling I'm not going to finish Neo 2 or Final Fantasy 7 in the next week. And based on your feedback, we'll determine, how it's going to go. All right? But let me know. Are you interested in Daymare? Okay? All right, so now we actually get the people who contributed during the actual stream. All right. Here we go here. Ultimate Cloud 7 gifted a subscription to Dragon Quest fan. So congratulations to Dragon Quest fan. Excuse me. Whew. Congratulations to Dragon Quest fan who received a gifted sub, and thank you for the support. Let's see here. Richard Link cheered. He said, I'm on my way to get tested for Corona. Wish me luck. Well, I do wish you luck. No one, absolutely no one, deserves to get that thing. And obviously, it's a big risk if you get it. You could hurt yourself. It could hurt those around you, your loved ones. I wish you the best, and I hope you don't have it, Richard. Fire7672 subscribed for a full year. Thank you to Fire for a full year of support. That is much appreciated. PW Dubs Cheers said, glad you're feeling better. I know I had an ear infection. It was hell for 3 days. Glad you got it feeling better in a couple of hours. Medicine has really improved from 5 years ago. Yeah, I thought, what I thought it was going to be, because this is what my dad thought too, when he actually had told me about calling the doctor. He was like, you're probably just going to get an antibiotic. He's like, but that's not going to be quick, but you got to get it immediately in your system because it could take a few days to even, to take effect. And luckily for me, this is a specially designed ear drop that not only has the antibiotic, but also has an immediate anti-inflammatory. Like I said, I think it's cortisone or cortisol or something like that. They say hydrocortisone is a steroid that puts down swelling. And what is causing the stabbing pain? The swelling, obviously. So it worked within about 2 hours. I was like, oh my God, it feels so good. So that's good. Then PWW cheered again and said, what's the medicine called? I have no idea. It's like 3 technical names. Like I said, it's like something that starts with an N, and then I think something that starts with like a C, and then like cortisone or cortisol is like the last thing or something that it's called. I'm not going to go get the bottle and start reading fucking medical ingredients to you. Okay? All right. Ace cheered. He said, I'm glad you're feeling better. Ear infections aren't fun. A few years ago, I had a regular ear infection and a swimmer's ear infection at the same time on one ear. It was horrible. Wow. So, isn't swimmer's ear when you get like water caught in your ear and you can't get it out and it feels weird, but then you get an infection because of it. I always thought that's what swimmer's ear was, but maybe I'm completely wrong. In this case, I know I don't have water in there. I don't, there's no feeling of any, there's no feeling of movement. There's no liquid feeling, it sounds weird because I've gotten water stuck in my ear before. It's not like that. So yeah, luckily that I did not get that. I just got the ear infection. And like I said, I know why I have the ear infection because my allergies acted up. I had inflamed sinuses, inflammation in my throat, and it probably added in, my whole respiratory system, which your ear is part of that whole system. It fucked up because of that, So it sucks. But thank you, AC, for the cheer. So PW Dubs cheered again and says, I just asked what the medicine was, not that I didn't believe you. Yeah, but I'm not going to go. Do you want me to go to my bed? You actually want me to walk across my house to my bedroom? You want me to pick up the bottle of, it looks like a bottle of eye drops. You want me to pick this up and read you the fucking name? Who fucking cares what the name of the medicine is? Why would you ask that unless you don't believe me? Right? Genius? Well, Cold Zero cheered. Ask you something ridiculous. After my ear felt better, did I take Cat out for a date? Yes, during the pandemic when everything is closed and still having insane swelling and throbbing in my ear, I went out on a date. What we did is, we ordered out food and we had someone deliver it to a picnic table in the middle of a park, and we ate out in the middle of a park, in the middle of the pollen, which, by the way, is giving me all my allergies. That's exactly what I did. These are just genius-level questions this morning. Dinosaur did a 100-bit cheer. That's actually the biggest cheer of the day, so let me get Dinosaur up here on the leaderboard. Because, number one, it's actually a nice message, and number two, it's the biggest cheer of the day. Dinosaur, 85. Okay, he says, I don't think anyone's saying you made it up. We're just happy you're back. Glad to feel better, homie. Well, actually, no. People are absolutely saying I made it up. There's, again, these weirdo conspiracy theorists completely making shit up yet again. Just insane shit. It's to the point where it's like, you guys are fucking out of control with how much time and how much shit you waste fabricating stuff, right? You don't even want to know some of the ridiculous stuff I heard. I'm not even going to talk about it. It's so dumb. Now, here we go. Honest fan cheer. Can we see your eardrops if we hit a tier 2 tip skull? Fuck no. PW Dubs cheered. He says, I think it depends on the situation. I don't think it's repetitive. I had it once, but it didn't get it again. So I think he's talking about the ear infection. I hope I don't get it again. I seriously hope I don't get it again. I seriously hope that, that this ends up being something that's a one-time thing. But, again, I'm nervous because I have these issues with my respiratory system. Every spring, I have them. Once that pollen hits, boom, I get swollen sinuses, I get congestion, I get itchy, runny eyes, I get, throat gets all swollen and clogged up with gunk. And then, now this is the first time I'm having an issue with my ear, too. Not good. So, hopefully it's not recurring. I hope. Timbo Slice Jerry said Ubisoft released their trailer for Assassin's Creed. I think it's called Valhalla, right? It takes place in a Viking era. It looks great. An Xbox One Series X launch game. Are you looking forward to a new game after a year off? Yes. We all like Assassin's Creed. And now that they have a year off, hopefully it won't be the same. Like, remember, we had Origins and then we had Odyssey. And quite frankly, I was like, Origins was good, but Odyssey was better. And I kind of feel like Origins didn't even need to exist because they could have just waited a year and put out Odyssey. And it would have been like a better game. But sadly, because they released it back to back like that, it felt like you were playing the same game twice. And I think it took away from some of the positivity that Odyssey would have gotten because it came out too quickly. So now we got 2 years. We got to wait. Hopefully there's big improvements to the engine in the game. And yes, I am looking forward to Valhalla. I only hope, again, that it's not too similar. Think Cold Zero is doing Wings memes and cheers. Figure that one out. Why would you do a Wings of Redemption meme and a cheer? I have no fucking clue. He's just a genius. Timbo Slice cheered again. He said, May 7th, Xbox is doing an Inside Xbox special event showing off tons of third-party gameplay for the new Xbox. Will you be speaking about it on stream? Possibly. Yeah, let's see what happens. It's about a week. Hopefully it's a good event. Maybe I'll watch some of the stuff. We can talk about it on the streams. I probably won't do a special stream for it, but we'll just talk about it on our normal streams. Ninstar Rune cheered and says, when will you formally announce Snow Carl as your official understudy? Never. Super Blind Man, what's going on, sir? Good to see you. He did 100-bit cheers. He's sorry to hear about your ear. I'm glad it didn't keep you down too long. Bring on the content. Yeah, I'll do my best. Again, don't know if I'll even be able to put the headphones on. I haven't even tried yet. But we'll see what happens. And if I can't, I'll just wear them around my neck. And I got to tough through it. You know, this is different than when you have a job where you can have paid time off and sick days. I have to try to be here as much as I can. You know, so I tough through this shit. Ninstar Rune cheered. He says, here we go again. All I'm going to say is, since you're our Lord. The second he said that, I'm done reading his message. It's stupidity. PW Dubs cheers. Says, I prayed for you yesterday. I'm glad you're feeling better. Detractors of the scum of the earth were saying it's fake. Thank you for the cheer. Ninstar Room cheered. He says, if you were a banjo character, what sound effect would you make when you talk? Just constant belches and farts. Because that's half the sound effects of banjo anyway. Hold on a second. What happened here? Okay. The Villain X did a 200-bit cheers. Are you going to play Streets of Rage 4? Well, Villain X, before all this happened, I was considering playing it maybe even sometime this week. Now, obviously, everything's been thrown into disarray. So there's not much I could do about that. Now my keyboard's not working again. This is so weird. If I hold it in the air, it works. If I hold it in, only if I hold it up in the air, it works the whole time. If I put it down on something, it stops working. Anyway, I was considering playing it this week, but now we're already backlogged on everything. So I'm considering it. If I do play it, I want to play it as co-op with someone. I think that's a game that you're supposed to play co-op with a beat-em-up, side-scrolling beat-em-up. It's not necessarily a game that would be very good solo. You know what I mean? So, it's a possibility. Like I said, some possibilities of stuff coming up once I finish the game would be Streets of Rage 4, Daymare 1998, playing more Mega Man Zero Collection, and the Modern Warfare 2 Remastered campaign. Those are like the 4 things that I'm considering doing before we start up Fire Emblem, for variety's sake. Okay? BattleDuck 9000 subscribed for 39 months. And he said, boink. Thank you very much, BattleDuck, for 39 months of support. Rob actually got the tipping started today with a $5 tip. He says, how are you, mate? Well, I've been better, but I'm feeling much better than yesterday. Like I said, no stabbing pain is definitely a positive improvement. Okay? Ooh, not Super Bat Cat, my bad. Sorry, Rob, that was because Super Bat Cat actually there was a pop-up on the screen that said Super Bat Cat, so I got distracted there. But, you know, I'm feeling better. I hope that this does go away sooner rather than later, but we'll see what happens. Dinosaur didn't, or excuse me, Dinosaur. I keep calling him Dinosaur. Whenever I see D-I-N-O without "sore" after it, I pronounce it as Dino instead of Dino. So Dinosaur cheered again. He said, the stream chat's here for you. Twitter is not. I don't feel like the people here feel that way. I would say, here's the thing. Half the people in stream chat are people who are here to kind of make fun of me. And I get that. And I understand that. All right? And there's nothing you can do about that. But at least it's not super malicious, insano, you know, mentally challenged conspiracy theory shit that only some nut job would believe, you know. So, it is what it is. I can't, you know, change the opinions of crazy people. But I would say at least the chat here is here to have fun, and they're happy I'm back, right? Some of these people on Twitter, they would wish me dead if they could. Like, I hope he dies today. And, you know, you're like, okay, that's just normal thought for them. You know, again, that's normal reasoning in their heads. It's okay to wish someone dead. You know, I have people on Twitter directly wish I had coronavirus and I would die from it. I'm not kidding. Like, that's happened. Oh, gee, thanks. Thanks a fucking lot. I'm a gameplay streamer. You hope I die from coronavirus because I stream video games. Thanks a lot. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, BattleDuck 9000 did a $100 tip and says, boom, I am invested. Well, BattleDuck, first of all, thank you so much. One of my longer standing supporters. And obviously, jumping right to the tips goal at the start of the stream is tremendously positive, and I want to say thank you for that. Especially with, you know, yesterday me not being able to work. So thank you very much for that. And that's a 55 vest streak already. We didn't even start yet. Thank you very much, BattleDuck. So yes, the vest will be on today. X Model subscribe to the channel. Thank you, X Model, for the subscription. I appreciate that. Homie D Clown subscribed for 7 months. Says it's that guy. Thank you, Homie D Clown, for the resub. D-Man 11 cheered 100 bits. He says, I know exactly what you're talking about because I had a bad ear infection in 2017. I hope you feel better and make a speedy recovery. Thank you very much, D-Man, and good to see you. Diaper Baby did a 100-bit cheer. And he says, I think it's time for YouTube to clean up their platform. They allow many individuals to run drama-type channels and promote bullying and misinformation. There's no checks and balances on this type of content, and it can ruin people's lives. And Diaper Baby, here's the thing. Again, I've talked about this before. It's actually illegal to do that. Like, the content that these people put out that's based on speculation, if it's proven that that is meant to be malicious content, meaning you want to hurt someone's reputation, and there's no actual factual substantiation for any of it, it's considered, I forget if it's slander or defamation, because one of them is spoken word and one of them is printed, like printed type, but it's actually illegal. It's illegal in the United States. In India, which is crazy, you can't even do it if it's true. Which I was like, that's nuts. In India, you can't even like defame someone, even if it's true, like 100% proven. You can't even do it. But in the United States, if you can show an active intention of one person trying to hurt another, it's considered defamation or slander. And again, I forget which one it is. And you can sue them for it. And not only would they be like shut down on YouTube, but they would be legally liable to pay damages for how much they've hurt your reputation. Just think about how crazy that is. Now, YouTube has taken a stance saying we will not shut down anything unless you sue the person for defamation or slander. So unless you actually issue a lawsuit against the person for what they've done, YouTube won't take any action. But if someone actually sued someone for it, YouTube would shut them down until an actual determination was made in the case legally. Okay? Now, sadly, I'm not rich. I have no money. I can't do this. You know? If this were a different situation where I were someone like big, like a PewDiePie or whatever, maybe I could. I almost have to think the reason that you don't see people do stuff like this about PewDiePie is because he's so big that they know he could sue them into oblivion. So you pick on the little guy, right? You pick on the little guy who has no defense against it. And this has become a toxic viral thing on YouTube that literally brings in hundreds of thousands of views and makes money for these fucked up people. Every day, all they do is hurt people to get positive benefit for themselves. And they have no remorse. They have no morals. They just do it to get ahead, as fucked up as it is. All right? But there's nothing I can do about it. You know? And I agree with you. I think YouTube should clean it up. I think that they should look at their site and say, you know, I can't believe, you know, I seriously can't believe how bad things have gotten on YouTube and that they allow this crap. And this is like one of the major things they push. You know, someone named Charlie cheered. He says, I've also come across your existence on another stream. I was not intended to be a malicious stream. I'm not a deranged person. I'm a recent grad and I've come with an open mind. I'd like to interact with you, but your followers only mode is preventing it. Should I come back later? The problem is right now we don't have a lot of mods. Actually, I think Madara is God is here now. So let's see here. Madara's God is here. I don't see. Here's the thing. I can't even see who's on the stream because they fucked it up. Twitch did this weird update a few months ago, and now I can't even like go to the thing on my laptop to see who's on the stream. I don't even know what mods are here. If we have enough mods here, I could take it off followers only mode. All right, but there have to be enough mods. Earlier there were none. What I can do, here's what I'll do. I'm gonna reduce the followers only mode to only an hour. All right, I know it was on for a day. So at least a few more people will be able to chat. But chances are, people who are coming in here and not a follower probably are here to be dicks and to troll today. And that's why I had it on that mode, okay? Just so you guys know, that's why it was like that. So, okay. Let's continue on here. Barrett Wallace. Excuse me. Barrett Wallace tipped me $50 and says, here's your money, Merc. Okay, well, thank you, Barrett. The weird thing about this, though, I don't know if my phone is screwed up. You know, because I'll be honest, guys, when big contributions come in these days, I just make sure that they're legit. And this one in particular, for some reason, isn't showing up, and I just want to be sure it's legit. Let's see here. Let's see. Just give me 1 second. Well, I think it's legit, but for some reason it's not showing properly on PayPal. I don't know. I'll count it. It seems legit, so I'll count it for now. I don't know why it's not showing on PayPal yet, but I don't know. Anyway, thank you, Barrett Wallace, for a $50 tip. That jumps us up to $155 in tips today so far. Thank you so much. That's a very, very generous tip. I appreciate that. Let's see here. Team Gardenator did a 100-bit cheer. And he says, it's sad to see The Last of Us 2 get leaked by an ex-employee who was treated badly by Naughty Dog. The videos and the trolls are already spoiling it all over the internet. Are you still getting it? I don't know. I'll be honest with you. I don't even know. Because I kind of agree. It sucks kind of knowing these major plot twists that maybe would have been shocking and interesting. And now you know already what's going to happen. It kind of takes away the surprise and interest of maybe what was going to happen. You know what I mean? Like, it's very frustrating that this happened. And yeah, I was spoiled, and so was many other people. I would say it's going to be incredibly difficult for you to not be spoiled about the plot of the game by the time it comes out. So, I don't know. You know, I kind of shrug. And I'm like, I don't really know what to say. Maybe I'll play it, maybe I won't. It's coming up in June. I guess we got about a month and a half to decide if I should play it or not. I'm sure the gameplay will be good. I'm sure that there will be many good story elements and many, good things in the game. But when the major plot points have been spoiled, it kind of blows. So I guess we'll see. All right, I'm undecided. Let's see. Baby Janitor did a 200-bit cheers. I'm glad you're back. It sucks you have to reset the vest streak because you took a day off. Why? The vest streak goes as far as I'm working. If I'm not here, how could the vest streak continue? That's ridiculous. Why would I reset it? That makes no sense at all. Thank you for the cheer, though. Sith Lord Filbert IV cheers. Says, why are you always toxic to PW Dubs? He's not asking anything bad. You respond aggressively. Because he asks things that are private, because he tries to derail the stream with his questions, and because he says things that are ludicrous. You can tell the difference between someone who's 100% well-intentioned and someone who's nosy. PW Dubs is both, but he's also very nosy. And I've already said I cannot talk about private personal stuff on the streams. I'm not going to entertain nonsense. Yet he still goes that way every day, I'm sure he'll learn, but that's why I haven't banned him. But at the same time, I'm not going to just sit here and act like that behavior is good. It's not. Okay? All right. And Snow Carl now personally earned a ban and is not coming back with that cheer. Because it would have been one thing if that was a tip, but it's a cheer. He's out of here. All right, congratulations, Snowcrawl. You're not coming back this time. It's your own fault for trolling. That was purpose trolling, and now he's out of here. Dinosaur cheered. He says, you know me, I bring the positive vibes with me wherever I go. Well, thank you very much for that, Dinosaur. Lemon Pepper My Wings did a $4.20 tip and said, sup, dude? I'm hoping to get unbanned. I love the originality of the vest as well. All right, Lemon Pepper My Wings. Well, first of all, I don't know your name. You have to actually contact me behind the scenes, either email me or contact one of my mods. Okay? And they will look into it. I am not going to just on the fly unban you not knowing who you are or anything. Okay? But I appreciate the tip and I hope that you'll get it sorted. Cold Zero cheered. He says, you can have a date in your car. Oh my, I've had enough of this nonsense. I'm just not going to read a shit anymore. Johnny Wrestling tipped me $1. He says, did you ever go into... What? He says, did you ever look into a watch party feature? I don't even know what that means. Could that be, possibly could that be, where I guess everyone collectively watches something together on Twitch? I think people were talking to this about me, or talking to me about this earlier in the week, saying you could watch stuff on Amazon Prime on Twitch or something. Yeah, I don't know. But anyway, no, I haven't looked into it. And then he says, if there's downtime that we get at the Xbox event, any chance we could do a chatting stream? Like I said, at this point, I'm so behind on stuff now. I don't know. But more than likely, it's going to be, number one, me talking about it on my gameplay streams. And number two, Ask the King is next week. I should bring that up, guys. Ask the King was supposed to be today. We've bumped it a week now. It's going to be 1 week from today. So that'll be May 7th. That's going to be Ask the King. So just so you guys know, it didn't get canceled or anything. It is happening next week. If you guys check it out, I hope you'll check it out. Okay? Let's see here. Younger Desk tipped $1. Says he still wants to know my medicine's name. No. It's too fucking nosy. Bionichu tipped $1.30. He says, get well soon. I remember you have exceptional fans who outnumber the trolls. I'm watching incognito mode to read the chat. Yes, because you got banned because you did something that was very insulting. And I still haven't decided if I want to unban you yet. All right? Thank you for the tip. Super Batcat to me $5.50 and says, hoping you start feeling better. Thank you, Super Batcat. You know, I'm, like I said, am I 100%? Hell no. My ear is still swollen. It's still sore. And I don't even know if I'll be able to put headphones on today, but at least there's no stabbing pain. In fact, right now it itches like crazy. One of the side effects of this medicine, they said it may make your ear itch on the inside once it dries. And it did. It's dried out now. Now my ear's itching like crazy. But I'm just going to ignore it. You stick something in there, you're just going to agitate this shit even more. So, Alfredo Ponte tipped me $1.30. He says, nice. You're better in your health. Please keep taking azithromycin and cortisone dose. If any pain persists, do not forget Tylenol and have a nice day. I don't think it's azithromycin. Maybe it is, though. Like I said, I think one of them started with an N. I don't know. But anyway, thank you. Thank you for the tip. PW Dubs Cheer, he says, please visit my island tonight. I stayed up all night preparing it. Tonight, actually, I doubt we're doing that. Tonight, we got some good stuff going on in Animal Crossing. Apparently, we've got a new villager who's... Apparently, a villager moved off the island. A new villager moved in to replace them. And we got another visitor coming to the island today. So there's a lot going on the island tonight. So I guess we'll see. Raisin Bread is tasty. Cheers. Says, hey, Phil, any plans to play Streets of Rage 4? I've already answered that. It's a possibility of one of the things that I will do once I finish up one of my current games. Ninstar Rune Cheer says, since you're getting up to get the vest, can you get the eardrops? No. Charlie did a 100-bit cheer. He says, thank you. I'm not here to be a dick. Feel better. Dip your ear in honey. I don't know about that. I'm pretty sure dipping your ear in honey will not help anything. Let's see here. Lemon Pepper My Wings to another $1.30. He says, hope we get the vest today and hoping for an unbanned if possible. As I already said, Lemon Pepper My Wings. You're not going to get unbanned on the fly. I don't even know your name here. You would need to contact me via email, or you would need to contact one of my moderators, okay? Crapcock did a 300-bit cheer. That's the biggest cheer of the day. So first of all, let's get him up there on the leaderboard. Okay. And he says, great to see you back. Hope your ear's doing better. I know how painful that can be. Thank you, Crapcock, for the biggest cheer of the day. Kurosawa Kid is also here, did a 100-bit cheer. Says, you legit help me get through the workday. I listen and interact on mobile with headphones. Welcome back. Thank you. Sith Lord Filbert cheer says, just pouring one out for the homie Snow Carl. Yeah, well, he trolled, and that's what he gets. And that's that. He outright 100% trolled. He knew it was trolling, and he got banned for it, and that's the end of that. Cold Zero asks, can I unban Snow Carl? No. And the more you ask, the stronger you will get towards being banned yourself. Doodly Dread gifted us up to the baby in the chat. Congratulations to the baby in the chat, and thank you, Doodly Dread, for the support. Baby Janitor did a 100-bit cheer. He says, do you have a low pain threshold? Ear infections aren't that painful. Baby Janitor, you are completely wrong. First of all, I'm someone who has had shooting nerve pain up my back because of a severely herniated disc. I've had gout, which is known to be one of the strongest pains you can get. And also, I have an ear infection, which also, by the way, is recorded to be one of the strongest pains you can get. So, you are wrong. Incorrect. There you go. All right. Shout out to the following people who all cheered this week. All right. I Killed Phil and Magnus Flamebeard. Actually, never mind. Actually, yeah, they are. They're tied for 10th. No, take it back, because I Killed Phil just did a 100-bit cheer. He says, have someone blow cigarette smoke in your ear. That sounds like a recipe for a disaster. So Magnus Flamebeard is in 10th place. I Killed Phil is in 9th. Zugaruk is in 8th. Dino Sword, 7th place. Ninstar Rune in 6th. White Ranger Zeo 5th. Tinker Tinkerson 4th. Crapcock 3rd. Shadow the Hedgehog 2nd. And PW Dub is the top cheerer of the week. Also, thank you to the following people who gifted subscriptions to the channel this week. We have Doodly Dread, Ultima Cloud 7, D-Train 12, Crapcock, and Alfred Aponte, and also Sundance McGee and Rats, who all gifted a single sub. And Randy O. Butternub gifted 2 subs this week. All right, guys. Thank you so much for the support before we even started. Let me now get the vest on and figure out if I can even put these headphones on, which I don't know. I mean, I don't even know if I can put these on. at this point. I'm going to have to figure this out. Alright, guys. Thank you for the support. Oh, here we go. Lemon Pepper wants to know my email. darksidephil@hotmail.com. But again, you know, you can email or you can contact one of the mods as well. And maybe they can unban you if they review your situation. I don't even know your name on Twitch, so you know. Okay. Are we ready? What the flip? Are we ready, guys? I hope we're ready. If you remember, we're in the midst of an insane amount of side content in Final Fantasy VII. There's just a ridiculous amount of side content opening up. We're in the middle of the arena battles. We got 2 more of those to do, and then we can continue on with the other side missions and things that we've unlocked. So, okay. Yeah, Morituri says today's the final day of the 75 gift sub bomb. He is correct. If you didn't notice, we dropped about, it looks like about 40 subs over the course of the last 2 days, which probably is a big part of that bomb. And then I'm wondering if the other, like, 30 to 40 will kick in today. If it does, that means we're probably going to go down to around 700 subs, which is perfectly fine. Like I said to you guys, I knew that there was a ginormous sub bomb at the beginning of, the end of March. And we will set up a sub goal starting tomorrow for this month. Or, for next month, May. Okay? So it's coming. It's coming. Alrighty. Alright, guys. Thank you very much. And, a couple more contributions came in. Jimmy Timmy Power Hour tipped $1. Says, for a higher vest streak, you think we can have a tier 2 or 3 sub goal for a stream deck? It would be worth the upgrade. I'm sure chat would love to help. You know, someone mentioned this last year, and I remember looking into it. Stream Deck only works with the latest version of Windows, which is what, Windows 10? I don't have Windows 10. I have like an older version of Windows because that version of Windows is very stable. As you guys see, my setup almost never crashes. Maybe every once in a while I have an audio driver malfunction, but I never have any issues. So I never upgraded my Windows. My Windows is probably at least 2 versions old, but it works fine. And to my knowledge, Stream Deck only works with like Windows 10 or whatever. So yeah, I can't use it. Even if I bought it, I wouldn't be able to use it unless I upgrade all my shit, which I'm not going to do. I'm not going to pay for a Windows upgrade I don't need. So, Sith Lord Filbert cheered. He says, I had a dream you snuck into my room. All right, this is disgusting. That's absolutely disgusting, and now you're out of here. Gross. Oh, let's see here. Oh my God, special delivery tipped me $1.30. He says, special delivery, tick-tock, what's on my clock? Come to my daddy, special delivery. Wow. I wonder who actually knows what that's from. I wonder who knows. I'm sure someone will get the reference. What the fuck? Well, keyboard's not working. Again. Okay. There. Alright, guys. Let's end the pre-stream and let's get started, shall we? Okay. Now,